Tavis Gray coming through with another video on this cold Wednesday. I'm on the Daily Man, baby. When I say they got stories on this page for days, they got stories on this page for days. All right, breaking news. Boy 14 is arrested for sexually assaulting and strangling Wisconsin girl Lily Peters, 10, to death. Told cops he wanted to break her and intended to kill her as he walked her home from aunt's house. The 14-year-old cousin of Lily Peters has appeared in court charged with strangling and sexually assaulting her. Lily 10 vanished on Sunday evening in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, after an afternoon spent with her aunt Lauri Davis, 45, and her boyfriend John Repetto, 50. Her father reported her missing at 9 p.m. on Sunday, and her bicycle was found in a wooded area on a hiking trail. Lily's body was found on Monday morning. DA Wade Newell asked for a bond to be set at $1 million as he described how the boy punched the victim in the stomach, knocked her to the ground, strangled her to the point of death, then sexually assaulted her. Child, they let you know that the world is a shit pot, because this 14-year-old premeditatedly killed this girl and raped her dead body. Her cousin, though. Her cousin. Let's go to this second story. Mommy, they lit me on fire. Connecticut boy 6 is hospitalized with severe burns and will be scarred for life after 8-year-old bully soaked tennis ball in gasoline, lit it, and threw it at his face. Warning, graphic images. A 6-year-old Connecticut boy is hospitalized with severe burns on his face and legs after he was intentionally lit on fire by another child, who poured gasoline on the tennis ball, then lit the ball on fire and threw the ball at the child's face. The youngster, identified as Dominick Krankall, survived but is suffering from severe second and third degree burns to his face and legs. My 60-year-old brother could have died. The kid covered a ball in gasoline, lit it on fire, and threw it at him, all in a matter of seconds, wrote the victim's sister Kayla Deegan in a GoFundMe. He's going to be scarred for life mentally and physically. According to Deegan, the 8-year-old neighbor entered a shed on the property and somehow got a hold of gasoline and lighters and called Dominick over. She said after throwing the fireball, he then ran away and watched him burn. Boy, oh Lord. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just doing the video, give this information. I got my opinion about it. Okay, here go my opinion about it, y'all. Monitor your children and monitor these parents too, because something is going on in the household for these children to sit here become murderers and assaulting people. Like this young little boy is going to be in therapy for most of his life, because who thinks about getting burnt up at 6 years old, and who would think another kid would do that to you? Same thing with the main story up top with the 14-year-old. The 14-year-old got a little bit more sense, because in a way, you have a little bit more consciousness of some of the things that you do. I'm not gonna sit here and put this child as full responsible for real, because this is still a child. But my thing is, the parents need to be punished too, because where did your child learn this? Why did your child do this? How are y'all raising this child? And the child just was going for it. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy out here. And people might get mad about this. Black children act up too, but my God, these white kids, white young adults, let's go to this one story. You remember back a few years ago, this one dude was sexual assaulting this girl behind a dumpster, and he got probation because the judge didn't want to ruin his future. This is one of the problems we have with white supremacy, y'all. At the end of the day, a lot of y'all white people condone these behaviors out of your fellow white people, because children murdering children, assaulting each other, and y'all don't see no problem with that. It's adults out here, adult males out here, white males out here assaulting and raping people, and they're getting a slap on the wrist, and y'all not up in arms about it. And I know the black community got plenty of problems. I'm not gonna sit up here and not shine a light on our issues, because we see it every day on TV. But let's talk about y'all white folks at this point in time, because 2 stories coming out dealing with assault and murder. It's crazy. I feel so sorry. I feel so sorry for that little boy, because his life is forever changed. His life is forever changed. He will never know how he will actually look when he become an adult, unless they come out with some type of innovative surgery that will help him. I'm just scrolling along so y'all can see the different stories on here. All right, let me do this last one. Alec Baldwin complained to Santa Fe detective about how Russ shooting cost him jobs, and badgered cops to grill film crew about live bullets, new audio reveals. In the week after the accident, Baldwin phoned Detective Alexandria Hancock to ask if the sheriff had interviewed the film's armorer about bullets, and to ask when a press conference was being held. Sheriff Adam Mendoza held a briefing on October 27, 6 days after the accident. He was frantic, begging the detective to indulge him by asking about the box of bullets that he felt could explain how a live round ended up in his gun. He also told the detective about having to tell his 8-year-old daughter Carmen about the tragedy and how she cried afterwards. Baldwin said he'd been fired from the rest of his project for the year as a result of the accident. Now, this thing dealing with Alec Baldwin is like, is this a setup? Is something going on for real, behind the scene that set this man up? Or did he know? Because the way they're coming across and how the scenes are playing out, it kind of come out that a few people probably knew what was going on. And how this industry works, they need a sacrifice for something, and something need to be moved. So somebody has to die. Some way, somehow. So this was probably Alec Baldwin's sacrifice, and for him to keep on moving up in the levels. I know this is random, but certain things, y'all, let's not forget. A lot of these people out here are getting slaps on the wrist because if you sat up here and shot and killed somebody, whether accidentally or not, I think you'll most likely be put in jail at least for a day or two so they can investigate. But this man walking around free whining along with his fake Hispanic wife. So, you know how white supremacy works. All right, y'all, this was a completely random video. I just decided to make it because I saw them 2 stories about them children. I'm like, oh my goodness. But y'all need to go to the Daily Mail. When I say they got stories out the wazoo, they got stories out the wazoo. All right, this been Octavius the Great. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will holler at y'all at another time. Peace.